Hello, hello, and welcome back for more blunders, bloopers, and general buffoonery, as well as other words that begin with B, as Perfidious Pete plays XCOM The Long War. This episode of Perfidious Pete plays XCOM The Long War brought to you by the letter B and the number 6. Or, at least it would be if those elitist jerks over at PBS would get off their high horse and give me my own show already. Don't they realize that Let's Plays are the future? Kids these days don't want to learn about sharing or hygiene or reading or counting, and they don't want to see a monster that lives in a trash can or some cookie-addicted freak. The only thing kids these days want to be able to count is the number of frags on a leaderboard, and the only thing they want to read is a BuzzFeed article listing the 10 dankest memes on the internet. That's it. Those two things. That's the total limit of what they're interested in. And I, for one, think it's time that PBS finally got with the program. I mean, they're still doing pledge drives over there, for Christ's sakes. Don't they know that the cool kids use Kickstarter? Bunch of old stick-in-the-mud dinosaurs is what they are. Video games and swearings, that's where it's at, man. That's where the big bucks are. Anyway, I suppose not a whole lot to do on our list today. We should probably get to scanning. No base maintenance tasks. And until public broadcasting decides to end their unjust Let's Play snobbery, I don't exactly have to plot out the first season of my new PBS show. So let's just get to scanning here and see how it goes. You know, the letter B brought to you on this episode. Personally, I think that B is for bastards, but maybe I'm overreacting. Anyway. Okay, so some psionic training complete. Well, that took a while. Let's see how we did. What a surprise. Justin Bieber failed. You know what? I'm going to pin this directly on PBS, actually. I'm going to guess that Justin Bieber probably watched a lot of Sesame Street growing up. And Justin's willingness to, or rather unwillingness, to inflict his mental power on others and cause them to panic and flee. I mean, he's just reticent because he learned such good lessons about, you know, sharing and friendship and what it is to be nice and how that niceness is fun. All those things he learned from Big Bird, that worthless piece of shit yellow sack of trash. And that's why Justin Bieber fails, because he's unwilling to cause panic in a fellow sentient being. I think, well, actually, clearly the blame is squarely on Big Bird for this one, but I digress. Clearly, Justin has no problem at all about using his mind control powers on his fans for his own personal benefit, but apparently scaring them, that's going too far. Anyway, let's get back to scanning here. Alright, so our Plasma Nova gun is finished, and I'm actually considerably more excited about this than anything else we've done in a good long while. I'm quite pleased. Really looking forward to that, yeah. Hope to take it on the mission. Assuming we get a mission, which is not looking promising. Alright, bunch of troopers coming back on duty. Old Flounder Mallory back in service over Africa. I know the peoples of Nigeria are going to be well pleased that Flounder is defending their skies, despite the fact that he's a flatfish. Seems like he should perhaps be defending their waters, but, you know, he went for the old switcheroo. Proximity mine launcher is finished. That's good. That's going to allow us to double our explosive capacity, and I honestly can't think of a single situation in life where having twice the number of explosives is any kind of a drawback. It seems like only benefits from... oh, basically weddings all the way down. I mean, twice the number of explosives is always better. 2 is better than 1, folks. We've scientifically proved it right here. A muton captive for 2 scientists and a corporal. Interesting, India. 1, because I have muton captives that I literally don't give a shit about. In fact, I offered to feed one to Shia LaBeouf. He just said no. I also, though, don't give a shit about those 2 scientists because I think we're probably currently researching the last thing we can possibly research, so it's not as though they're going to be particularly useful. A corporal, is he... oh, he's tactical. That means we can make him an assault trooper. You know what? Yeah, I will say yes to that. We do need a new assault trooper because, well, I have a propensity for flinging them off of cliffs like fucking lemmings, so it's always useful to have backups, and let's face it, Charlie Sheen isn't exactly getting shit done for us, so... good day, Muton Captive. We didn't need you anyway. Although Shia LaBeouf is potentially missing out on a meal, he's just going to have to suck it up and take it. Take one for the team, Shia. It's time to be a team player. And speaking of the last possible research we can do, I actually think this was it. That might have been the last thing on the list there. Let's see what
I
we got.
appreciate your efforts to support the research
Yeah,
team,
that's
Commander.
nice, Dr. Vale. I'm glad that you appreciate my efforts. You know what I would appreciate it? If you took like a screwdriver and went and found whatever the volume is on that research is done alert sound and turned it the hell down. Could you go maybe wrench on that a little bit for us? Oh, I guess one would need a wrench to wrench, not a screwdriver. But anyway, clearly that sound effect thing is broken, and if you could go fix it, we'd all appreciate it. And while the game is very excited about the Electropulse, I am significantly less excited about the Electropulse. I mean, it's interesting. You can take it on a mech, and it might be a decent substitution for a grenade launcher, but I'm not really overly enthused. I'm also not enthused about drone capture. Capturing drones is not particularly useful for us, at any rate. We could throw arc throwers at drones and then use them on our side, but it's not like drones are particularly high damage or really very good. I mean, they can fix your mech trooper, I think. I don't know. Anyway, I won't be rushing out to complete that Foundry project, I can tell you that much for sure. And that I actively don't want. I wish this was something that had never been invented, much like sarin gas. I wish it had stayed, that genie had stayed in the bottle. There's no way I'm going to build an EMP cannon that allows more aliens to hit the ground. When I shoot them down, I want them to crash into the ground in a giant ball of flame, scream, and die. I don't want them coming down intact, because that means more of them will survive the crash. And I don't want to have to fight more aliens on the ground. I would just prefer that they die in the fiery inferno of their crashing aircraft. So, nuts to you, EMP cannon. Why don't you go take a flying shit? Alright then, take a flying shit, by the way. I encourage you to add that to your vernacular, rather than just, you know, the more crass, go fuck yourself, or fuck you, or, you know, get fucked, something like that. Tell someone to go take a flying shit, and then just watch as they're confused for the briefest of moments as they try to figure out what the hell that actually means. It's fun, you should try it, I'm telling you. Well worth the investment of your, adding it to your swearing vernacular. I highly recommend it. Back to scanning now. Oh ho ho ho! They laughed when I put all my eggs in one basket. They said, oh, you'll trip and fall, and then all of your eggs will be shattered, and you will be eggless. But now it is I who am laughing, because I foolishly put all my eggs in one basket, successfully made the trip back to the farmstead without tripping, and can now sit on the porch and drink beer and whittle while I chew on a stalk of hay and smoke a corncob pipe, perhaps, watching them toil back and forth with their many baskets of eggs. Ha ha ha! Who's the fool now? Still probably me, but this particular instance, our gamble actually paid off. So we're totally going to scramble interceptors because we need to shoot down this overseer. That's what I get for gloating. That's exactly what I deserve that. Yeah. So as you can see, old Banjo Thompson, we recently built him a plasma cannon, and it's not going to be bolted to his aircraft for another 2 days. So our best pilot, and Banjo literally is the best pilot in the XCOM project with his 11 kills. He has downed more foes over the swamps of southern Arkansas and northern Louisiana than I'm actually comfortable admitting, specifically because what he does to those foes after he downs them. But Banjo's going to have to sit this one out. I'm tenuous about whether or not we can actually take it down without Banjo, but I really feel that we have to try. So we're gonna go whole hog. And by that I mean Banjo's actually gonna put all of himself inside a squealing hog. But we're also gonna send up every single person we can to intercept this, in addition to the whole hog thing, because that's Banjo's plane is broken, so going balls deep in a squealing hog is really all he has to offer. So for our first 2 aircraft here, for Sparrow and Heater, I would like you two to each hit the alien craft twice. If you can get 2 hits, I will be pleased with your performance. That's all I'm asking for. Give me 2 hits, guys. 2 hits. 1. There's 2. Alright, you did what I asked. You gave me 2 hits, Sparrow. I have no complaints. I mean, I'm going to complain a little bit about the amount of damage you took, because it seems like maybe it was a little more than necessary to get 2 hits, but that's okay. You did what I asked. Now let's see if Heater can also do what was asked of him and provide us with 2 hits. We need 2 hits here.
Engaging bogey.
2 hits, that's all I'm looking for. Give me 2.
Closing on target.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so Heater well ahead of the curve, actually, doing far more than he asked for 2 hits. Of course, Denunez, we never should have doubted him. He was a AAA ball player, after all. He took quite a bit of damage, but for the extra output, I'm pretty comfortable with that. I feel we got a good trade for Denunez there. So Nanook, our bloody spearman here. Now, Nanook has killed more whales than, well, any 5 Japanese whalers. I mean, the guy knows how to hunt. We're going to put him up. He's in a firestorm, so he can take a little bit more of a beating. Nanook's canoe is a little sturdier than average. It's going to hold out better than the Pequod did against Moby Dick, that's for damn sure.
We're in pursuit.
And I think we're going to use boosters here as well.
Nearing strike.
So there's the dodge module. Doing good work for us. Alright, get out of there. Get out of there. Alright. So I have to feel that this guy is pretty well busted up. It's going to be up to Londart. And we're going to send Londart up on balanced, actually. Yeah, we're going to go for balanced. We're going to go full-out aggression here. We're going to go for the defense module, and then when that wears off, probably the tracking module as well. We got to bring this guy down. You're our Obi-Wan Kenobi here, Banjo. You're our only hope. Except you're not Banjo, you're Londart Paulson, but you're still our only hope. Well, Banjo's taking too much damage. That was so close. So close. Oh, that was unbelievably close. I mean, he had nothing left. I mean, Londart Paulson gave all he had to give. Everything but the ultimate sacrifice. But, I'd just like to say, his name is Londart Paulson. His name is Londart Paulson. Truly, the hero that we needed, if not the one we deserved. Fantastic. Very well pleased that we brought him down. Alright, so we got a 15 crew size here. Ethereal Mutons Elites, a Sectopod. That's not good. Some drones, of course, going to be keeping company with that Sectopod. Seekers and heavy floaters. So this is basically all the varieties of shit in one sandwich. On the plus side, there's only 15 enemies. We're going to have to be very careful about how we approach this one. And in addition to being very careful about our approach, we're definitely taking Class A troopers here. We've got no margin for error. We can't afford to screw this up. I don't want to have to wait for another Overseer to come back around. You know, Johnny Cash style. I don't want to have to wait for the man to come around again. He's taking names, or so Johnny says anyway. I want to make sure... Jaden Smith, you suck so hard. Alright, we need a leader. Sean Penn is tired. You know what? If Jaden Smith's going to be tired, Sean Penn's going to be tired, I say fuck it. We're taking them both anyway. That's right. They're going to have to buck up and fight hurt. That's just that's the way it's going to go, fellas. This one is for the species. We need you in on this one. We can't have a little extra sleepiness keeping you out of the game. You got to get your shit together, Sean Penn. I really want to take Lindsay Lohan, too. But we need a leader. We need someone to lead this mission. And it's going to be Sean Penn. We might also take Lindsay Lohan, but we're taking Sean Penn definitively. So for Sean, then, we're going to take the Sean... You know what? We'll save Lindsay Lohan for our follow-up mission. Whatever comes after this, we're probably going to need Lindsay for that. You don't need a reflex cannon, Sean Penn. You need a plasma rifle, Sean Penn. Come on, I know you're sleepy, but snap out of it, man. Snap out of it. We need you sharp on this one. Go take some trucker speed and get your shit together. Titan armor, plasma rifle, scope, laser sight, high capacity mag. That's got Sean sorted. He just needs to get a little trucker speed in him, apparently. A gunner. Megan Fox or Joss Whedon. It's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I'm going to take Joss Whedon because he has more health and a slightly better defense. Alright, Whedon. You hate me, and I hate you even more, but here's what we're going to do. We're going to give you a Gauss machine gun, some Aegis armor. We're going to make you our base of fire gunner. That's not true, actually. I don't hate Joss Whedon. I actually kind of like Joss Whedon. I think he's a pretty talented fellow. That being said, this particular Joss Hamlet Whedon, fuck you, I hate you. You're responsible for George Clooney being dead. It's all your fault. Anyway, Joss, going to be our base of fire gunner. Let's hope he doesn't get washed and somebody drive a spear through his chest on the way back after a successful mission while we're in a Sky Ranger, because that would be shitty. Joss. Anyway, Scout, it's going to be Jaden Farrow-Smith. There is no doubt in my mind that we are going to require the services of the physical embodiment of the Sun God Ra. He'll be taking the pink commemorative Can't Take Me Home alloy cannon into battle, and I paused there because I'm debating on whether or not to take our newfangled psych-out grenade. I'm taking a battle scanner for sure. We're definitely taking an arc thrower. The question is, we do need a capture, and I think a chem grenade would be better than the Psy Grenade, because I know there's heavy floaters, a Sectopod, and the Ethereal, and I don't think that thing works on any of them, so... We're going to take the Chemical Grenade, because the Chemical Grenade at least can lower the armor on the Sectopod to let us do more damage. So Chem Grenade, Battle Scanners, Arc Throwers, and that's got Jaden Smith completely sorted. We need an Assault Trooper, somebody to keep Jaden Smith company, and that's going to be Miley, yeah, Cyrus. There is no doubt. She's going to be rocking in the USA for us, coming in like a wrecking ball. She can't stop that Miley. All those things, we're gonna have her do all of those things for us. Miley's going to be toting our reflex cannon. Breaching ammo, of course. It's patented gear for Miley at this point. In case of Muton, bring breaching ammo. And we know there are elites on this map, so... And in addition to all of that, it's an arc thrower for little Miley Cyrus. What else do we need? We need a medic. That's for damn sure. And... Is Chris the Surgeon Brown is our only Master Sergeant medic. I would very much like to take McBeef. There's potential with McBeef, but McBeef does not have Savior, and you know what, damn it, I think on this mission we may actually need the extra heals. So we're going to take the Surgeon. We're going to dance with the one that brung us. Surgeon was the founder of the feast, the first medic, the longest living, the highest ranking. I think we gotta put our money on the tried and true, proven true blue trooper. Also, pretty good aim on Chris Brown. He's got an 86, so he can tote the Slim Shady Memorial Slugslinger with no scope, which allows him to bring more med kit, and he won't shame himself in the fires of battle while wielding it. He also won't shame the memory. He won't shame the memory, rather, of Eminem. Never forget, as we pour one out for the fallen rapper. What else do we need? Somebody to make it a things go boom. That's what we need, and that's going to be Jesse Tool Pusher James, without a doubt. Tool Pusher, get yourself some Titan armor, my friend. Yeah, you know what? Get yourself some Aegis armor, my friend. I had a thought on the Titan armor. I really wanted to take 2 mech troopers on this particular mission, but we're not going to be able to because our secondary mech suit still isn't finished. So it's going to be Jesse, plasma carbines. Are we going to need 9 grenades? You know, with one of the enemies being a Sectopod, I actually think a chemical grenade is going to hold us in better stead here. With Jesse's bombard ability, he can drop that on the Sectopod from very, very far away and just wreck its armor. So we're going to go with that. It may not be the best idea of all time, but I'm still going to do it. Now, for our last trooper, we want a mobility gunner. We just built that Plasma Nova gun. Damn it, we're going to put that thing to use. You got to be kidding me, right? Do you see what I'm seeing? Taylor Moose Lautner, Chunkhead, Bohunk, and generally oily, unlikable sort of face man is going to be the first person to touch this sweet, sweet plasma gun. It's going to be defiled forever. I mean, it really is. It's going to be defiled forever just by having had Moose's hands on it. It's nothing short of fucking tragedy is what it is. Goddamn Greek tragedy. It's fucking epic. Anyway, we're still going to have to do it. So it's going to be a scope and a laser sight. And I think for our final thing, we're probably going to go with high-capacity mags, because doesn't the Nova only have like 4 bullets? 5. Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of bullets, so... We're going to take the extra bullets in the high-capacity mags as well. And then our final unit, no doubt, it's going to be Drake. We're taking Drake. He is the premier killer. I'm sorry, Taylor Swift. You got to admit that it's true. Drake is a better killer than you are. He played the Who's the Better Killer game with Riddick and Jack, and he beat them both. And it wasn't even a contest. I mean, they used knives, for crying out loud. He has a railgun and proximity mines. And just to prevent myself from accidentally crashing the mission with a flamethrower, every single time I have fired a flamethrower with the Mech 3 suit, it has crashed the game. So I'm not even going to take one. I'm not even going to risk it. If we can't dig ourselves out of a hole with proximity mines and grenade launchers, we don't deserve to win anyway. So there you go, folks. This is the crew that's going out to a critical mission for the fate of humankind. It's all on their shoulders. Let's hope they can bear the brunt. Personally, I have every faith in Sean Penn, military Superman. I mean, that guy. They don't call him a military Superman for no fucking reason. He's a goddamn military Superman. When has Sean Penn failed? And, you know, those of you who watch the series going, well, you know, the time he let his bosom buddy and the other half of Bash Brothers' team get shot in the face and killed by a mechtoid. And I would say, yeah, but that's his only failure. Ever since then, he's been a man driven, just
Get ready to
possessed.
deploy.
His
Our
entire
AO is within the
existence
continental United
totally
States.
focused on getting revenge for his
Unfortunately, it looks
fallen
like the UFO
companion.
went down within a major
Nobody
city
does
center
that
near
shit
the
to
civilian
Eminem while
population.
Sean Penn is
We should
around.
get down there
Nobody.
and secure the site ASAP.
So Operation Shattered Thunder. Isn't all thunder shattered? I mean, it kind of shatters the air when it happens. It seems needlessly repetitive. It's like saying Operation Red Red.
They've been protecting this ship with their most advanced
Operation Red
technology.
Blood.
So it's safe to assume whatever they've gotten there is crucial to their
Oh, you
invasion
think,
efforts.
Bradford? Well, yeah,
should
I'm
expect
glad we
heavy
had you around
resistance.
to tell us these
They're not
important
going to
fucking
make this
facts,
easy
because,
on
you know,
us.
we couldn't have puzzled that out. How many quarts of gin have you had this morning? Only 6. Wow, that's a banner fucking day for Bradford. He must have really been focused on this mission. I mean, he is a functional alcoholic, so he actually works better with some liquor in him than without. I don't really like our position here. It's not entirely fantastic. Now, Jaden Smith does have a battle scanner. We have a number of battle scanners, and I'm probably going to make use of them. With the sectopod on this map, I don't want to just stumble willy-nilly into something that we're not fully equipped to handle. Where is Drake? Drake, where are you? Come on. There he is. All right, Drake. Oh, no, that's not who I want. I want Chris Brown. Sorry.
Roger
Sorry,
that.
Drake. Sorry. I didn't mean to confuse you with Chris Brown. That's not cool, man. I mean, arguably you're the same guy, but it's still not cool. You did say YOLO and sort of coin the term, and that's the one thing that Chris Brown sort of can't take away from you. He didn't come up with that. I mean, neither did you, but
Look.
Chris Brown at least did popularize it. You did, so we got to give you credit for that. And so I see nothing. That basically fills me with dread. My theory, then, is that the entire alien vessel is just going to be packed to the friggin' gills with enemies. It's going to be wall-to-wall aliens in there.
Heading to that location.
Alright, so we're going to have Miley take a move. And we're coming at this very cautious, so expect this mission to take a while and expect it to be real dull. This is not one we can afford to screw up, sort of, especially when we have this caliber of troopers invested, because a single lost trooper on this is going to have significant and unfortunate repercussions. If we lose somebody on this mission, that's going to be real bad.
Running.
So, military Superman, Sean Penn, and I'm taking some more aggressive moves here because I know it's safe. Our battle scanner has proven to us that these are all safe moves. None of these are going to spawn a pod. We can afford to take a little bit of risk here.
On the move.
And old Drake is going to lead the charge here. We're getting him in the vanguard. We told Drake to get in the van, and he actually just started looking around for an actual van, thought he was going to get a guest star in an episode of Bang Bus, and then was immediately disappointed.
Hostile spotted.
Okay, so that's actually not bad. We've had a pod stumble onto us, and Drake is going to get a free shot here. Now, his free shot didn't really amount to a whole hell of a lot, but he did get one, so.
Missed.
And also, these units should not be able to shoot. They should be limited to a half move, yeah. So, that turned out okay.
They're moving to flank me.
In all seriousness, that could have been much, much worse. We do have a number of units that are flanked, but we also have an opportunity to take excellent advantage of some of Drake's abilities here. And that's precisely what we're going to do. So we're going to bring Drake. We don't want him in a position where he's going to take up any useful cover. We also don't necessarily want him much closer to the ship, but we're going to have to take a little bit of a risk in that department. Don't pop a pod. Okay, fine. That actually went very well. So here's what we're going to do. Drake, gonna drop a proximity mine. It's gonna drop it right on that guy's face. And then we're gonna go with literally, I think, the one tactic that I have managed to sort of cobble together in all of my XCOM play that I think works extremely well, and it's the one trick I'm very pleased to make liberal use of. We're gonna bring Jesse Toolpusher James Ford. He's gonna set off this proximity mine with a grenade of his own. This is gonna double up on some damage, and it may actually flat out kill that guy. Okay, so as you can see, some fantastic combination damage there. It's like combination skin, but, you know, worse if you're the guy that has it. So Joss Whedon could get a kill. We're going to take it. Alright, Joss Whedon stepping up to the plate. Showing that guy what happens to Joss Whedon characters once they're no longer useful. They get shot right in the fucking head. And that second shot was a miss, but it did allow Joss to hollow target for us. So that's not necessarily an entirely bad thing. There's definitely some positives to be had. Definitely some positive outcomes. We may have Miley Cyrus go last. With her run and gun, she's got a lot of potential to do some fine work for us. Let's see what Jaden Smith can bring to the table here. I'm guessing very little, because Jaden not exactly in a fantastic position. We could have a flush shot. What can you do with the mine fray, Jaden? Just out of curiosity. 87%. Well, as much as I'd really kind of like to hit the floater, I think I will mine fray that guy at 87. I'm comfortable with that. And it worked. Excellent. Nicely done, Jaden Smith. I'm glad we gave you mine fray. Also, I'm glad that you are, the physical embodiment of a deity, and that you can
good to go.
Take advantage of creepy mental powers like that with no real drawback to yourself. So we have some very, very bad shots with Taylor Lautner. We're going to have to see if maybe we can up Taylor's odds a bit. The Surgeon?
Solid copy.
We're going to have the Surgeon advance. Surgeon has, frankly, 2 terrible shots. This may be a situation where we just overwatch.
That's affirmative.
Let's see what Sean Penn can do. Can he do it dramatically better? No, he cannot. But a rapid fire. This is a gamble, and I'm still going to do it. Hit him again, Sean. Come on, Sean. That's why we brought Sean Penn. Shit like that, right there. That's the perfect example of why we invested in a Sean Penn on this mission. That was fucking brilliant. Well done, Sean Penn. Well done, sir. So this is going to be a bit of a controversial play. We're going to run and gun Miley Cyrus. I'm going to bring her right here into this corner cover. And Miley's going to go on Overwatch with her run and gun. Yes, I'm run and gunning for an Overwatch shot, because that is not going to be a kill, and that guy is mine frayed. My guess is she's going to get grenaded to living shit. That's not at all out of the question. And then our remaining units actually are going to go in Overwatch. Our goal, when that floater comes out, we want to be able to kill him. If he tries to move, we want to have guys who can shoot at him, and if he goes to make a move at Miley Cyrus, take him down. Why are we going to take him down? Because nobody makes a move on Miley Cyrus except for, I don't know, whatever Chris Hemsworth's brother's name is. Liam? Is his name Liam? I don't remember. I could be confusing him with one of the Gallagher brothers because, I do that. Or a member of One Direction because I do that too. And yes, I actually did remember that Miley Cyrus had lightning reflexes here. Miley is a Master Sergeant now, so we can afford to have her dash pell-mell along in places where formerly we would not have been willing to have Miley dash pell-mell.
Whoa!
She's also going to put a shotgun in this guy's mouth and blow most of his head off. Or she's going to shoot him in the left foot, because that is equally damaging to Muton elites, we've learned. Muton elites very vulnerable in the foot region. They, they've got like a kind of a flat foot issue sort of thing. They actually got Section 8 out of the army. They were supposed to not even be involved in this invasion. They had to get special dispensation to join the assault from their physician. So a flank shot for Drake, actually with a 73% chance to hit. We're gonna go ahead and do the rapid fire. Looks like one shot missed, but I'm guessing the second shot is going to be a critical and a kill. There you go. The cutscene is what tipped me off. It's not like I'm Nostradamus or anything, or have learned some kind of bizarre predictive technology. That's not the way it works.
I'm all over it.
We got the animation for a kill thing, and I figured that's probably what's going to happen. Can you get it out there? Oh, yeah. All right, so enjoy a little bit of acid. Yeah, that's right. Enjoy it. And not the good kind, like lysergic acid. I mean, not LSD, but just the regular garden variety, burns your skin sort of acid. The kind that you don't want to get on you is just sort of what I'm getting at here. It's bad acid. Bad acid. I really would like to see if we could get Chris Brown in a position to take a shot or some Overwatch potentially, but I don't think it's going to happen. We're just going to bring Chris over here and put him on Overwatch. The Pharaoh, we'll advance him to this corner cover. He's going to go on Overwatch as well.
Moving to Overwatch.
Moose, can you do anything? Anything at all? No. Alright then. I really don't want to pile up and make that the most attractive grenade location in the history of XCOM. It seems like a poor idea. Then again, there's almost nowhere else for Taylor Lautner to be. Let's just move Taylor over there. If you spawn a sectopod pod, I swear to God I'm going to kill you. I will have Jesse James frag you with a grenade. I will do it. I don't like that move at all. But we've got to get Sean a little closer. Let's hope that the acid grenade encourages this gentleman to overwatch or hunker down, maybe. He's falling back. He can't outrun Drake. So they're withdrawing then, I guess. Not entirely sure what that guy's doing. Looks like he's going to shoot. Oh, no, he's moving. He's making a run for the sectopod. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to draw us into that sectopod. Alright then. You want to try and draw me into a sectopod? I'm not going to fall for it, sir. It's not going to happen. I will have Drake run around this corner, and if we see the sectopod, Drake will run away. I mean, I'm not going to let you bait me like that. I mean, if it's a different kind of baiting, maybe talk about masturbation. I could probably be convinced, Mr. Porter. Drake shooting wildly into the trees. That's, yeah, it's not going anywhere.
Targeting system malfunction.
Miley's run and gun is not available. So we're gonna have... I feel this is very foolish to chase this guy. I'm still gonna do it. I don't like Miley's chances. In fact, I'm just gonna have Miley go on Overwatch.
Commander.
Can we get... you get up into a position to help here, Lautner? Anything at all?
Double time.
Something. Do something, sir. Something. Nope. Joss Whedon is not going to have a shot, even at the longest of squad sight ranges, so we're going to have him chase too.
Heading to that location.
So it's a steeplechase then, without the steeples.
I've got my eyes
I
on.
understood the concept of a steeplechase. I mean, who the hell thought up that idea? It'd be like, let's have a foot race, but then like, throw a bunch of shit in everybody's road to make it a big pain in the ass. That sounds like fun, right?
Stepping off.
Chris Brown is going to dash. You know, Jaden Smith, for a scout, you're not exactly holding it down in the speed department any longer, sir. Beginning to wonder if some of your general badassery from being a deity hasn't begun to fade a bit. Not sure why we're focused on Jaden Smith. Apparently he was trying to come up with a witty rejoinder, but being Jaden Smith, well, he failed, and it's no surprise. Alright then, so let's have Miley advance. She's going to pull out the Overwatch because Jaden Smith is too busy taking a siesta behind a log. And Miley got shot. See what happens, Jaden Smith, when you don't do your job? Piece of shit. I blame all of this squarely on you. Miley Cyrus's injury is your fault, Jaden Smith. You heard me, it's your fault, and I know I could have moved you first, so technically it's my fault, but I'm still pinning that shit on you. Not enough ammo to rapid fire, but 12 damage is respectable.
I'm out of ammo.
And if Miley were a little closer, we might be able to go for a capture here, or if perhaps Jaden Smith were closer, we could go for a capture, but I've said my piece about Jaden Smith. Let's just kill this guy and be done with it. I'm tired of chasing him.
Bye-bye.
Alright, so that's 6 of the 15 enemies down, which leaves us 9 to go. So, Surgeon, why don't you execute your mandate, grab the scalpel and the bag, head over there and patch up old Miley Cyrus, because we don't want Miley taking an actual wound if at all possible. That 7 damage was all on Miley's armor, so Miley isn't even really hurt. She was just faking to get attention. I mean, come on, that's what Miley Cyrus does. You saw her twerk with what's-his-name. That was all an attention grab.
Location confirmed.
Not that I'm faulting Miley for that. I actually think it was quite clever. It really gave her career kind of a shot in the arm.
It's killing
Miley, either a very savvy businesswoman herself or willing to hire talented, professional business managers and then heed their advice. I mean, one of the two is clearly the case. And we're just repositioning here. We're not going anywhere until our forces have had a chance to sort of collect themselves. Everyone returned to a good position, so we're going to just take a turn to reload here, and then we'll probably just advance straight into the ship. There is still a sectopod somewhere. My guess is it's probably not inside the aircraft, since it would have a difficult time fitting.
Moving out.
Moose Lautner gonna continue to just run around. I mean, Taylor Lautner, that's sort of what he gets hired for, is to just run around shirtless, be handsome and generally good-looking, and not vital roles. And I really feel he's kind of living up to his reputation here. He's definitely not served a vital role. He does have a shirt on, which I guess is something of a failing, but I suppose that's more my fault than his, necessarily. I could have taken his shirt off if I really wanted him to go full-on fluffy dog boy. The shirt is optional for that. We're going to bring the tool pusher up here, have him teabag one of these dead mutons. Yeah, Jesse's not above a little teabaggery. That's alright.
On Overwatch.
Moose. No, I'm not doing it. Reload instead. I was thinking about having you advance to that tree, but it would be possibly one of the stupidest things I've done in an XCOM career filled with stupid things. I mean, I've done a lot of stupid shit, but that just seems needlessly stupid. Stupid for entertainment purposes, I mean, that's one thing, but stupid for the sake of stupid? No, no. This isn't some kind of postmodern commentary or anything. We're not doing stupid for the sake of stupid. We leave that to more experienced hands like Drake, who, you know, stupid for the sake of stupid might be his motto were it not for YOLO. Alright, so the aliens doing their thing. And there are clearly more mutons over in that direction. So, rather than rush in, unprepared pell-mell, if we know they're over there, we do have Chris Brown
Moving to position.
in an okay position to try and sort of spy them out. So let's have him whip about... Oh, they're probably inside the ship, actually, now that I think about it. I'm still going to whip this battle scanner out there, but I'm betting they're probably in there.
Signal from battle scanner.
Nope, I was wrong. They're actually just standing right out there in the open. Very interesting. So what have we got, then? There's like 4 Muton elites. Not the toughest pod we've ever fought, but certainly not a big group of pushovers either.
Now.
We're going to have Miley just very
Overwatch.
gingerly step forward because we don't want to pop these guys. Joss Whedon does not have a shot from where he's at. We want to get Joss Whedon in a position where he can get a shot, but also not activate them, and that may be perfect. But he's going to hunker down. Moose, why don't you come over here next to Miley? That should also be a safe move. Alright, we can't go any further forward than that. Any further forward than that is really unnecessarily dangerous. So we're going to have military Superman Sean Penn step forward here. He's going to go on Overwatch.
Roger that. Scanning.
Drake, right there, actually is probably as close as I'm comfortable taking the Drakester, and he's going to go on
I'm
Overwatch.
on it.
I don't know what to do with you, Jaden Smith. Why don't you go stand behind this tree?
Roger, Dodger.
That seems like a good use of your talents. And you know what? We're going to bring Jesse James right up behind Drake. Because we are going to try and go for, once the pod is activated, we're going to send in Drake and Jesse and go for our patented huck a heat ammo grenade at the proximity mine tactic, which tends to work pretty good. Let's hope these guys come closer. They did not. That's unfortunate. But Joss Whedon still does not have a shot. Alright then.
Okay.
Well, we might as well use Joss Whedon to trigger him then.
Here they come.
Yep. So they will try and take cover to avoid getting shot by Joss Whedon, which is good because they all came forward. So we got that going for us. Also, Joss is going to be able to hunker down, so he'll make he can make himself at least a nuisance target. See where Jesse James can get and still have cover. It looks like the back of this log is the best Jesse's going to do. Now we need to make sure Jesse is in range for a grenade. He absolutely is. Perfect. All right then. So Operation Do the Trick thing is a go.
Position confirmed.
We're going to move Drake to there, and he's going to lob a proximity mine at that log. Jesse's going to blow it up. In the unlikely event that those two survive, although this guy has a really high health total, it's actually not that unlikely that he would survive. But in the event that they survive, they will be without cover for any subsequent turns, so let's just have Jesse do his thing. Jesse, do that thing you do, man. Oh yes, that thing you do. You know that thing with the grenade? Yeah, that thing. No, 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 not that thing, the other thing. That's the one we're talking about, that thing. Good work. Joss Whedon, hunker down. Lautner, you continue to be a bitter disappointment. How can you not see from there? Sometimes this game, I really hate it. Sometimes I really, really fucking hate this game. That line of sight, it's absolute fucking horse shit is what it is. Sean Penn has one shot, and you know what? I'm just going to suppress this guy.
Keeping him down, Commander.
That might save Drake a little damage. We can't get him to do anything useful, so we could potentially get a kill here. And this is going to put Miley in a decent position, so we're going to have Miley advance. She's going to run and gun for us. She's a little more exposed than I would like, but on the plus side, any enemies that try to come forward... Oh, you piece of shit. Any enemies that try to come forward do run the risk, rather, of having Miley get a little close quarters combat. We're going to throw a smoker at Miley and old Drake there, which means Jesse James is probably going to be the man getting shot at. That's not necessarily a bad thing since Sean Penn has covering fire. It's probably not going to do us a whole hell of a lot of good, though.
Moving out.
We're just going to bring Jaden Smith over here and put him on Overwatch.
Overwatch. Aye, aye.
Apparently, Jaden has a foot boo-boo and is refusing to run, gun, or otherwise participate in any kind of aggressive manner. That guy's going to fall back with his buddy, not taking a shot. He is a Sentinel Overwatch, however. Yeah, I was going to be very upset if that hit through suppression. He has a friend. Aw, look, he has a little friend who's going to throw a grenade at Miley Cyrus. Yep. That's okay. That's less okay. But, this guy is probably going to do the same thing. He's going to get shot by Taylor Lautner. Oh, Taylor Lautner hiding behind a tree. Suck it, alien. So Taylor Lautner finally did something useful. I honestly don't know how to feel about that. I really don't. Well, I'm going to feel good about it. I mean, that's clearly the way I'm going to feel about it, but I don't know if I should. Where is Jaden Smith? Jaden Smith, could you please draw some Overwatch at least? Do something, Jaden Smith. You've done nothing this whole mission. You're fucking loading us down. You can't even draw Overwatch. Good God, Jaden Smith, why did we bring you? Very disappointed in that. So Joss Whedon actually should have a couple shots here at the minimum. Yeah, alright, so let's take that shot then. Well done, Joss.
Damn it, enemy is still alive.
Yeah, because you missed, Joss, so, I mean, you have no one to fault but yourself there. You did get 8 damage in a shred, so, I mean, that's better than nothing. So, we're gonna have to take the injured Miley Cyrus and risk having her get shot by Overwatch. I do not like this at all.
If the aliens have reserved
That
this
did not pull
cloaking technology
Overwatch. I'm not even
specifically
sure how
behind
that
this
could
ship,
possibly have
we
happened.
can only assume it is carrying some
So I'm guessing
sort of
Drake is going to have to do it? Yeah, of course Drake is going to pull the Overwatch. And this guy is an opportunist, so if it hits, he gets to shoot again. Fortunately, we got much luckier than we had any right to get, and that shot missed. Oh, well, he's going to take a second shot anyway. Now, unless I'm mistaken, I was reasonably sure that the first shot had to hit before you get a second shot, but perhaps I misunderstand opportunist, or perhaps it works differently for the aliens. My guess is going to be works differently for the aliens, because they fucking cheat. There's our proximity mine, which got stopped short by a crate. Don't really like that, actually. Jesse James, please tell me you're going to be able to get close enough to set that off. Because Jaden Smith has got his ass just floating in a breeze there with no kind of backup, no backup plan. Now, arguably, that's my fault, but I'm still pinning it on Jaden. He can suck it. I'm going to firmly put that one on his shoulders for not being fast enough. Good arc on that, Jesse. Wow, that was some fantastic damage. Nicely done, sir. I'm very pleased with what you're bringing to the table there. So we got one Muton with 8 damage. Miley Cyrus here has a flank shot. 16 damage. That's pretty amazing. And now I know we have a follow-up shot, but can Miley even see that other guy? Yes. What's her hit percentage like? Respectable, if not good. Alright, Sean Penn. We need you to get a kill here, actually. That was not a kill, Sean. Yeah, well, take 2 31% chances. Maybe one of those can hit. Alright, then. So Yaya's going to take her final shot then at that guy. Booyah! Yeah, delivers. That went, all things considered, that went very well.
Heading to that location.
Very, very well. So that's 10 guys down, leaving, I believe, 5. At least one of which is a Seeker, a Drone, and a Sectopod, so we shouldn't have a whole lot of resistance remaining for Team Alien. They gotta be sort of running low on forces. And we're gonna go into this alien craft. We're still not sure where the Sectopod is, but they, not, like I said, not usually inside of a ship. So let's sort of gather up. I think we will. So the enemy's gonna be probably in there. And I think I have an idea for how to best approach this.
Heading to that location.
So we're gonna set up in this room then.
Let's do this.
And we're gonna do a little trick I like to call they're coming out of the walls, in which we sort of set up a giant ambush out here in this room, and then we run inside after Jesse James blows the wall up with a fucking grenade. So let's get Jesse in a position to do that by dashing him over there. Do not pop a Sectopod that's like lurking over there. Alright, if you had done that, I would have been very, very upset with you, sir. Joss Whedon, you're in the best position of cover since you're going to be the least likely to move.
Moving.
Military Superman Sean Penn advances and reloads. I don't know why, but that voice just seems really appropriate for doing anything with Sean Penn.
Heading to that location.
Not sure why I'm sold on it. It's not really even that funny. It's all not even really that accurate as far as like a 20s like newsreel movie caster guide. It's not even like true to life, but
Yes,
I don't know
sir.
why. I just like the voice. Sometimes you got to do what makes you happy, even if that is something ridiculously stupid. Moose,
Got it. Moving.
I think you can probably handle that position. When this wall comes down, we're going to have an abundance of targets. I do want at least some form of cover for Chris Brown, however. And I would like Sean Penn to have a place to stand and shoot from, ideally. Probably should put Sean Penn in that position, now that I think about it. Yeah, let's have Sean go to there. Don't you spawn a pod. Alright then. I was gonna be real surly if you saw
Heading
the
to that
pod.
location.
Why, Jay? Why the scenic route, Drake? What's up with that, buddy? I mean,
Scanning.
is there a reason for that? Was there, I mean, did you have something in mind when you did that? What were you thinking? Just walk me through it. I'm curious. I don't like Jaden Smith in this position if we blow up this wall. I really don't. I want him to have cover. Some kind of cover. Jaden Smith, dash to there.
Double time.
I don't think we're going to blow that up. Jesse, you're good. You can go in Overwatch.
Commander.
Whedon,
Got it
Overwatch.
covered.
Overwatch.
Covering now.
Chris Brown, I want you to heal Miley Cyrus.
I'm on it, Commander.
If you would be so kind. I know Miley has taken the only damage on the
Don't
mission,
move.
once from a grenade and
Fine.
once from sort of some errant Overwatch, but so there's our ethereal. So, okay, the ethereal is in there.
Hey, you hear anything?
So Operation They're Coming Out of the Walls
I got my
may be a smashing success. It could also be a devastating tragedy. I mean, we won't know until we sort of enact Operation They're Coming Out of the Walls. So let's go ahead and enact it. And if we could actually get the aliens to scream, "They're coming out of the walls," I would be very satisfied with that. And this is going to blow up Jaden Smith's cover, I think. So they are, in fact, coming out of the walls. And there we go. Oh, there's a fucking sectopod in
Great
there.
importance to them. Retrieving it for further study should be our highest
So this is horrible.
priority.
Yeah. Yeah,
They're
that's
moving to flank me.
that's real bad. So it's a sectopod, a drone, a seeker, and an ethereal. There's the rest of our team, folks. That's not good. It's not good. Especially when Chris Brown is flanked. Moose, what can you do? Some fairly considerable damage to the sectopod, actually. Which, as much as I don't necessarily like it, I really think the sectopod may be the most important target. Man, Joss Whedon could really fuck him up, too. Alright. So first things first, then. Where is Jaden Smith? Alright, Jaden. I would like you to advance to this position of corner cover and draw that Overwatch, please. Preferably not getting shot in the process. It's important to simplify things for Jaden. He's sometimes prone to misinterpreting reality, so it's always good to give very specific and detailed instructions to Jaden Smith, like, throw this acid grenade directly on top of the sectopod, vastly lowering its armor. Gotta be very specific with Jaden. It never hurts. Alright then. We'll revisit Drake in a moment, because I'm torn between either having Drake employ a proximity mine, would be good, but there's also potential with just having him walk in and shoot a bunch, too. First things first, though. This is on the sectopod, right? I want to make sure we're shooting a sectopod and not a drone. That's a drone. You're a sectopod. Yes, okay. Alright, Jane. You can't miss this Joss Whedon. So, I mean, this is a can't-miss shot. That thing has very low armor as a result of Jaden's grenade. Your double tap ability should hold us in fantastic stead. And now that this guy's shredded... Yeah, so 20 damage from 2 shots from Joss Whedon. That's pretty damn respectable output. And 291% on a rapid fire with this Plasma Nova gun should do a nice... Holy crap, that did a buttload of damage. Now, the second shot being a miss is somewhat less than optimal, but good lord, did that first shot almost make up for it. That was some pretty goddamn impressive damage, actually. Yeah, I'm well pleased. So I think then we have... This is where I wish that I had a flamethrower and that I could use it. But I don't, and I can't, so, you know, there's a dude over there? Oh, okay, so I suppose this is Crouching Muton Hidden Elite? That's a little bit of bullshittery right there. This should be a kill, however. Yeah, there goes the second one. Now this explosion may damage Drake, but yeah, some very minor damage for Drake. It actually also did some minor damage to the Ethereal, which reasonably worth it. Wow, from this range we only have a 40% chance if we rapid fire, and a 55% chance if we regular fire. What can we do to the... There's a guy on top of the thing. Okay, I'm not sure how this is supposed to work, but there's a guy there. Honestly, I wasn't expecting that. Sean Penn has a flank shot at that guy. Oh, well, we're going to shoot that guy 3 times then. This is precisely what's going to happen here. A 15 damage critical is an excellent way to start that off, Sean Penn. I'm very glad I brought you along. Either one of these shots hits, alright, and that's one less Muton Elite to worry about. So far, so good. Alright then, Chris Brown, we need you over here, and we're going to probably have you throw a smoke grenade unless you can guarantee us a kill that will somehow win the game. Miley Cyrus, advance to that half cover and kill that drone. Miley has a flank shot at that. Oh, that's real good. Miley can do both, so she's going to kill the drone. There we go, the drone is dead. Excellent. And then Miley should also be able to at least put a shot into that guy. Yeah, a lot of guys want to put a shot into Miley Cyrus too, am I right? Yeah, it works both ways. So we've got Drake, and we've got Chris Brown. We don't want to make grenades tempting. We also don't necessarily want Chris Brown getting shot. At least not twice. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have Chris Brown fall back, actually. He's done his thing. There's no reason to leave him in there facing off where he can just get sort of sandwiched by 2 dudes. Getting sandwiched by 2 dudes. Yeah, you know, that's that might be something that he's actually into, and if he is, I mean, it's not a. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Just who wouldn't want to get sandwiched by 2 dudes occasionally? I mean, come on, dude sandwich. Some people like dudes. All right, so we're gonna have Chris Brown do that then. This should maximize our chances of survival, even though I have a feeling that someone is about to be horribly mind-controlled and repeatedly fucked. Oh, that guy was in the acid. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad you got in the acid. Miley Cyrus getting mind-controlled? Nope. That was a panic that failed. Miley Cyrus, stand-up gal. Who'd have thought? This guy's going to take a shot at Miley. Nope, throwing a grenade. You know what? I have no problems with that. That's not going to kill anyway. It barely even hurt Jaden Smith, and Drake actually is perfectly fine. Some serious regeneration on that guy, however. Alright then. How best to deal with this situation? I'm thinking proximity mine explosive for that gentleman is the solution there. Sean Penn, why don't you go ahead and see if you can free up our gunner. Excellent work. I'm very pleased. I'm very, very glad I brought you along, Sean, actually. I know you're going to be hurt after the mission because you're fighting tired. But I'm still glad we brought you. Still very glad we brought you. Less glad about the outcome there. Sean, you have a 1% chance to hit that guy, huh? Well, why don't you hollow target for us? He's still hollow targeted and shredded. I don't think this is going to hurt. Yeah, I don't even think it hit, actually. Alright, what can you do? 251%. We're absolutely going to take it. Man, this Ethereal is reflecting a lot of shit. He still took 1 damage, even though he reflected it, and the second shot was a wild miss. Alright, so this is going less well than I had hoped. Alright, it's time for the super tactic. It may have enough punch to get the job done for us. So, here we go. Proximity grenade. No, 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 no. Do not turn into a full cover element. What are you thinking? What are you thinking, Drake? Clearly you were not thinking, sir. Alright, so proximity mine there. And I actually hope that doesn't blow up the thing. I may have placed that too close to the thing. And if it blows up the thing, I'm going to be real upset. So if you could not blow up the thing, that'd be real good. Don't blow up the thing. The ethereal, yes, blow him up as much as you like. The thing, however, don't blow it up. This is so stupid. Okay. Well, we can't even do it. Excellent. I was gonna be tempted to try and go for the capture, but we can't do it. So the temptation is not out
There
there.
now.
It would have been very tempting to go for the capture there, but no, we're not gonna do it. We're gonna have Jaden Smith shoot that man in the back,
Neutralized.
like so. Jaden's in the zone. Jaden Smith can kill this guy. He can kill him with a flush shot, and that's exactly what we're gonna do.
Rousted him out of there.
There you go.
He's down.
Flush shot for Jaden Smith. That's one dead ethereal. And by my count, that's the end of the mission, right? It is, in fact. So Operation Shattered Thunder, a wild success. I'm very, very pleased with the outcome of that. That went very, very well. So here comes the Sky Ranger. Back home. Everyone's safe. I don't even think we took an actual wound, now that I think about it. We have captured the thing. The only thing that could have gone better on that mission is if we had somehow gotten a capture on either one of those Mutant Elites or the Ethereal. That's really the only thing we could have done better. Super stoked about the way that one turned out, folks. Super excited. Oh, I'm beside myself. It's like when Marissa Tomei won the Best Supporting Actress Oscar for My Cousin Vinny. This is exactly how I imagine that she must have felt. I mean, it's completely undeserved. I don't play well enough to be doing so well in this campaign. I really don't. I seem to get much luckier than I deserve. And I have to assume with the Marissa Tomei thing that the Academy, every single member was just as drunk as Bradford on a regular basis to have awarded her that.
An
Because
object of immense power.
while that movie is entertaining, let's
Think of all
face
we
it,
could
it's
do
not
if we
exactly
unlocked its
fucking
secrets.
earth-shattering cinema. I mean, it's not fucking Band of Horror.
dangerous sentiment,
It's a movie with
Doctor.
Joe Pesci. Come on. Also, she wasn't even that good in it. I mean, she was okay, but anyway, enough about Marissa Tomei. That was fucking 30 years ago. Or close enough to 30 years ago to be called 30
picking
years.
something up.
Also, I should probably pay
Another
attention to
cloaked
these
ship?
cutscenes, but it's just going to be
No, sir.
Bradford's drunken
It's
ass
big.
talking about something. I'm guessing it's the temple ship, Bradford. That's usually what comes now. And there you go. So now we can decloak the temple ship. Alright then. There it is. Oh, man, Dr. Shen looks stern.
Tell me that was a coincidence.
Oh, yeah, Bradford.
Wish I could,
You
sir.
are drunk. Seriously.
That seismic
you are
event
drunk.
originated directly beneath our new contact.
Nothing we have would even make a dent in that thing.
Except for 10 brave
If you
soldiers.
two have any more bright ideas, now's the time.
Well, see that look that Dr. Shen and Dr. Valen just exchanged right there? That's a look of two people glancing at each other and silently agreeing that everyone is completely fucked. That's what that look was. That was them looking at each other and Shen, without words, saying, well, I got fucking nothing. Valen was like, shit, I got fucking nothing. So then they just silently agreed, I guess we're fucking doomed. That's what that look was right there. Anyway, we have a new objective. Use the ethereal device. That's fine. We will consider that once Military Superman Sean Penn is back in action, which is going to be 5 days. 9 days for Jaden Smith, both of them suffering a light wound because they were fighting tired. Totally comfortable with that. Let's take a look here at our loot and see if we got anything exciting. 24 Illyrium we did pick up, which is, that's fine. We needed some. I would have liked to have brought in a captive, but no captives so far, so, I guess we can't win them all. Let's head to our situation room. I actually want to look at our pending okay, so we have to research the ethereal device. I guess earlier when I made fun of the scientists, we weren't completely out of use for them. They do have at least one thing left to do. Let's visit the gray market then. And we're going to sell off these flight computers, as is our custom, otherwise I will forget, because I am a patently forgetful man. And with our victory there, I think a little note of triumph, sort of like a clarion call from an old-timey bugleer that worked for royalty. That's my impression of that, and it's fucking terrible. Anyway, but on that note of triumph, I think we'll go ahead and wrap things up. Feeling pretty good about our playthrough. And still, once again, I'd like to reiterate, all the people that said don't put your eggs in one basket, not that there were any, it's just a fictional straw man argument. But for those naysayers, I say suck it. Gambling works, folks. Gambler's fallacy be damned. We were due, and it finally paid off. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. Of course, if you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Your support really does mean a lot to us. And if you'd like to see more daily XCOM, consider subscribing as well. We'll see you again soon.